Hello again, everyone. Neloth back again to continue the adventures of Hjalti Montrose. It has been a while. It's been a while since I was in this village, too, really, other than just coming in to start the quest a few episodes ago. I wonder if I'm finally allowed to sleep in their beds, having now saved them all from Mirok. Or if I'm still... Nope, not that one.
Don't like those eyes you got.
Jeez. This is my reward for saving you folks. This is one of the many reasons why. There we go, okay.
Is free again.
Maybe now things will change?
Of the land is restored. Does that mean... Is it over? Is Mirok defeated? Thank you. Whatever your other reasons for acting, you have done the Skaal a great service. We will not forget what you have done.
We'll see. Alright.
One more thing, Skaal friend, if you will. I know it is not my place, but may I offer a word of advice, of warning? As shaman of the Skaal, I am charged with the spiritual well-being of my people. While you are not of the Skaal, you are Skaal friend, and so I give you this warning. Hermaeus Mora forced you to serve him in order to defeat Mirok. Do not let him lure you further down that path. The All-Maker made you Dragonborn for a higher purpose.
The All-Maker had nothing to do with it. This was all about Akatosh. But Hjalti does agree with the general point. He despises Hermaeus Mora, and he also notices an important pattern here, which is that if you faithfully serve Hermaeus Mora, he will always betray you. Which is stupid, and just shows that Hermaeus Mora is an idiot. Especially that he revealed that pattern to his new servant. That's an unwise thing to do, but that's the pattern. So clearly, betraying him first is the way to go. So he does intend to turn aside from Hermaeus Mora as soon as he has the opportunity. Alright, so it seems like being a Skaal friend does not mean that I'm allowed to be like a guest in their village anywhere, so far from what I've seen. Great. Alright, Hjalti is unhappy about that, for sure. Maybe I'll hang out at that mead hall I cleared out. Well, anyway, one reason it's been a while since I made a Skyrim video is that I've been working on another Skyrim project that I think will excite a lot of you out there. People have asked a few times over the years, who the heck are these guys?
I must get home.
Skaal that were out there? Okay. And he just calls me an outside. Man, these Skaal, they suck. Hjalti hates the Skaal because they don't worship the 9 divines and they have this made-up nonsense religion instead. He just doesn't like that to begin with. And they're just kind of a disgrace to the Nords, who are, as he sees it, the somewhat dim-witted older brother of the Breton people. In any case, they've given him every reason to just despise them. So he does. But maybe these Nords that I helped out will let me sleep in their hall. Anyway, the project I've been working on is... People have asked a few times over the years how I would tackle this kind of challenge run where I don't have any followers, don't do any crafting, and play in Legendary and so forth, and don't use stealth as a warrior.
You a wizard or something?
And I'm planning to work on a guide about that.
Pale as the snow.
I've recorded a lot of the footage and just editing it together now. Alright, well these Nords are being twerps too. But at least I'm allowed to sleep here. Alright. That's what happens. This is why the Nords are better than the Skaal. Time to celebrate my victory over Mirok with some sweets. And get some rest. Well deserved after that journey through Apocrypha and all the nonsense Hjalti's had to put up with lately.
There are more important things than mead, Elmas.
I know.
You, what do you want?
I wanted... I'm sorry. The mead. It is good.
You like it?
Don't push, son.
Nords. Alright. Hjalti has also had enough of being in any way a servant to Molag Bal, but one thing at a time here. Especially as I mentioned, after his trip to Sovngarde, he's felt ashamed to be on the side of the Daedra when it's now verified for sure that he was right all along. The Nine Divines do exist, and there is Sovngarde waiting for their true and loyal servants. So he does not want to end up in Cold Harbor or some terrible place like that instead. Is this ale or Nordmead? Well, at least that dark elf had good taste in beverages. I guess one of the stones is up ahead there. And beyond that has to be where Tel Mithrin is. Oh, vampirism. It's not ideal right now. But oh well. Maybe he's going to stop here and have breakfast. And wait, an hour or so for it to be mid-morning. His thought now is that he has some loose ends to wrap up on Solstheim before he leaves it for good, which he's now ready to do. One of those loose ends is named Neloth. So, no one will have seen him come in here. He'll be invisible and inaudible. And it'll be broad daylight when people will probably be expecting any sounds of magic from up in Tel Mithrin. And probably the servants will just be out and about rather than up in Tel Mithrin from what is observed here. And Talbus the apprentice might even be outside. He would like that. He doesn't want to be forced to kill Talbus was going after Neloth. But, we'll see how it goes. But the important thing is that no one will see him enter. And also, even if they did somehow, he'd be wearing his mask that hides his identity. Do I have my other good clothes on? I've got my robes on. Okay. And I've got my boots of fire. He is a dark elf. He'll probably be throwing fire at me. Most likely. Invisibility does not last very long, so I'm casting a fair amount here. He didn't see Talbus, so that's bad. That might mean Talbus is inside here.
Good day, friend. Keeping well?
Sorry, Talbus. Alright, where's Neloth? There he is. They'll give Neloth a chance here.
Hold still. Let me get a good look at you. Incipient madness, loss of self-awareness, black spots in the whites of the eyes. Any of the documented indications of Hermaeus Mora's permanent influence? No, you look fine. Well, at least no different.
Alright, typical random petty insults from Neloth there, but also this just again shows that, as Shelty thought, he's not in any way a useful or trustworthy ally. He's just an idiot about important things like Hermaeus Mora, has no curiosity about magic, like what he could have learned from Hermaeus Mora or anything like that. I've been to Apocrypha, for goodness sake. The heart of magical secrets.
So, I assumed you handled things. Why? Did something interesting happen?
I wouldn't tell him if it did.
Well, that is what you hero types do, isn't it? I wasn't expecting anything less. Now all that's left are these...
He also wanted to confirm this. He has all the ones he could find. So that's good. The only person who could locate more has not done the find anymore. Maybe there are all of them in my pockets at this point.
Curse these heart stones.
He mistreats his servants. He had one of them get killed. Two of them, possibly.
Hermaeus,
No, he doesn't have any more information about them.
Apparently time is more malleable if you're the Daedric Prince of Fate and Destiny.
I previously offered to trade secrets with him. He refused that before, so he's not useful. He mistreats his servants, and he knows important things about Hjalti. For all those reasons, he can't be allowed to live. So, I'm going to conjure myself up. Let's go with a Wrathman. He'll probably be less good at dealing with that.
It was an impressive feat. I'm curious to see if...
Yeah, he's going to just help spread Hermaeus Mora's influence with this kind of thing. that's unacceptable too. Alright. Alright, shooting lightning at me. That's good to know. I will change modes. This is what you get for underestimating the Archmage of Winterhold. Now, I know that he's resistant to fire. He's probably resistant to everything because he's a powerful mage, but... what the heck just happened there? He's just gonna hit me with a knife. So I think Hjalti will actually take off Morokai here, because anybody who's in this room is going to have to die, unfortunately. Oh. Sorry to see you here, Talvis.
Good day, friend. Keeping well?
Alright. I'll give Neloth one more chance to prove himself to be a useful ally. Anyway.
Hold still. Let me get a good look at you. Incipient madness.
Off to a bad start.
Black spots in the whites of the eyes. Any of the documented indications of Hermaeus Mora's permanent influence.
Once again, he just is unconcerned about
No,
people
you're
getting
fine.
possessed or controlled by Hermaeus Mora,
at least no
which is
different.
bad. Oh, a random petty insult. It doesn't bother Hjalti that much, but it's typical Neloth. This does bother him, the total lack of curiosity about Mirak. Because this lack of curiosity he has about anything in the world, and anybody else's magic, just shows that he is an idiot. Nobody this incurious will ever amount to anything in wizardry, whatever his Telvanni credentials might be.
Who? Oh, him. Well, I assume you killed him.
Mirak is one of the most powerful
Hermaeus
beings in
Mora
existence.
turned on him when
Knew all kinds of
looked
unique
for
magic
his
and whatnot.
Or a bit of both.
Hermaeus Mora also knows lots of unique
Mirak's
things. It
influence
could have learned
has
anything, but he just
vanished
doesn't
from
care,
Solstheim.
which shows he's never going to learn anything useful.
So, I assumed you handled things. Why? Did something interesting happen?
If it did, I wouldn't tell you.
Well, that is what you hero types do, isn't it? I wasn't expecting anything less. Now all that's left are these black
This is good to know.
books. It's a
Hjalti wants to
shame I
round up all the
haven't
black books to keep them out of the wrong
located
hands. But this
so
guy's saying he's
much
actively seeking for them. He sent people to go seek for them before, which would have, risked them going insane or whatever. So, he is deliberately spreading Hermaeus Mora's influence. He is a worthless ally because he doesn't know anything useful and wouldn't share it if he did. He knows too much about Hjalti, and he abuses his servants and got them killed, which is a major problem to Hjalti, who grew up as a servant along with his family in Castle Daggerfall. Hates people who abuse their servants like that. So, Neloth's gonna die. Talbot has to too, unfortunately. I'll put on my mask. And he'll take this fight seriously. He'll eat Nalsware fondue. Maybe I'll use one of these potions. Maybe I'll use the white file. Didn't I have the white file already? What happened to that? Maybe I drank it for the Mirak fight or something. In any case. Normally this guy is essential, but I've set him to not essential. I know he's resistant to fire, but he probably resists everything pretty well for one thing. And I think just Ignite is so cost effective that I want to do things this way anyway. Now I have a choice. I can try to steal his soul. But Hjalti is not really that mean. This guy hasn't done anything to deserve that necessarily. And also, I can cover up the evidence of what I've done more readily, I think, if I disintegrate him. I want to try out my new disintegrate perk and see how it is, because I haven't actually used that ever before. So, let's try that. Let's switch to Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt. There we go, disintegrated. That seems neat. I'll take it. Probably some quest that I can't actually use, but whatever. Ooh, neat. I get his stylish robes and whatnot. Alright, now... Sorry to do this, Talvis. But he was too loyal to Neloth. Neloth was awful anyway. And there's just no way to get him out of here that wouldn't have been suspicious. Did that not hit him, or... Oh, he healed himself. Okay, you want to get out of there? Can you just fight over here? Or are you stuck? Did he just, Okay, I guess I don't get to loot him. But he disintegrated at least, so... Evidence destroyed. This all happened during the daytime when people would not be not expecting to be hearing loud noises from in here, is my thinking. And no one saw me go in, and even if they did, I'd be leaving invisibly and inaudibly wearing a mask. Obviously, none of that actually matters out of your character in the game, but I just try to roleplay these kind of things. Going through that will cancel my invisibility, but I'll just recast it immediately on the other side. And get out of here. No one will be the wiser. I need to get away from that guy, actually. I wonder how well this works against things like, those ash spawn or whatever that I often encounter in this area to be invisible and inaudible. Would they still spot me? Well, I think I've done what I... Oh, there's a person over there. I should probably avoid that person. Anyway, I think I'm about done on Solstheim. So, back I go to leave the island. Oh, there's one of those ash hoppers or whatever over there. I'll just fight my way through that, I think, and just make my way to the town. I do like this new Ignite spell. So much more efficient. Scout for anything else that's out here. Getting close to Raven Rock. So perhaps I will, as I get closer, take off my mask again. Switch to my circlet. These shoes that I got, that's pretty cool. That's better than the Archmage boots by a good margin. I'll probably be wearing those sometimes. And this robe, I think the Archmage robe is better overall, like less magic regeneration, but reducing the cost of all spells is pretty sweet. But, it's nice to have this set of robes. I might keep those on my person and just switch them when I really want to regenerate faster. And don't care about reducing costs, which happens sometimes. So, nice items to add to my set here, I think. I am overloaded. I should get back to the mainland and buy a house for some. Just put some of these priceless artifacts in a house, like a normal person with their priceless artifacts. Is that, what, an ash spawn down there? Yeah, probably. Oh no, the guards are hostile to me, I guess. Because they all know over here, even though I killed the only witness. Can I just put down my fist and surrender? Well, I'm going to turn invisible and get out of here. Invisible and inaudible as I go past these people. Sure make a lot of sound for an inaudible person, but I think that's meant to just be out of character for us to know that we're still playing a game here or something. And then I think I don't have anything to do in Raven Rock, so I might just get off the island. I guess I need to walk there overland. I have done this already several times, but it is part of the challenge, unless I have thoroughly cleared the route and know that I can definitely do it at this level with no challenges left. Okay, I think I've gotten far enough away that I can now switch back to just scouting with Protect Life. Doesn't work on ash creatures, as I've said before, but works on most of the things that I might encounter out here. I wonder what those are. Spriggans, no. These burnt spriggan things are just tedious to fight, so we're not doing that. I bet that's like 3 ash hoppers buried in the ground there. A bit tedious to fight, so I'll probably skip by them. Yeah, whatever. Target practice. I guess I could Fury one of them. Turn it against his buddies. Did that not hit him? I guess not. Not my nimblest attack here then, but oh well. They do run around a fair amount, don't they? Alright, well, turned to be a more boring fight than I was thinking. There's nothing but fire blasts. Oh well. Who are these guys? Oh, a battle of mages. Okay. Ice mage and a fire mage. Well,
Enjoy killing you.
why are you turning against me?
All you got.
Alright. Well, let's get a Wrathman in here. Well, I think that you are a human. I could use a human to feed on.
What the? Do that.
Alright, you get to live. Actually, no, you saw a person with a mask come up, so you gotta die too.
Here we go.
You did attack me anyway. I do like the Ignite spell. I'm getting close to Raven Rock now, right? Yeah, pretty close. I guess as I approach, I'll take off my mask. Approach dressed like a archmage, rather than like a guy in a creepy dragon priest mask. Especially since I spent so much time on the mainland trying to make sure that people would associate creepy dragon priest mask with Murok stealing dragon souls and think that all the crimes that I committed were in fact committed by Murok. So, you need to not blow that cover now. It'll probably take a long time for word that Murok is dead to get back to the mainland, so probably got some time to keep using that.
Yeah?
My ship's ready to sail.
That's a lot of gold, and I could pay it, of course. I do now have Ozadol's Boots of Water walking, so... Although I used that to sneak out of here at one point, so...
Wind be at your back,
I guess I'll keep roleplaying, just have him pay for the
as soon as
ship.
casting off.
Captain Gjalland does the business around here. I'm just a ship's mate.
Home sweet, frigid home.
The Nords don't appreciate us. But so what? I don't appreciate them right back.
That's the spirit.
Another day, another septum.
The Dark Elves complain a lot. They get to live in the city in a perfectly reasonable quarter of it, while the poor owners are stuck out in the docks. And yet the Dark Elves are generally the complaining ones.
My heart goes out to Clan Shattershield. Kin murdered, family warhammer stolen. There's no fairness in all that.
Well, now that I'm back here, perhaps I'll book a room at the inn, but first... And you know what? Room at the inn first, then I'll just pray at the nearby shrine. I could, of course, get the house in the city and use that to store things, but I feel like it looks like a mess. And also, with the Civil War going on, he doesn't really trust Windhelm to stay a safe place.
I walk around the Grey Quarter and let them Greyskins know what I think of them.
I can't ram you off your seat for that,
Got
whatever.
some fresh baked bread and good cheese if you're after a bite to eat. Let's save that
What kind of cheese are we
appetite.
talking about here? No! No Eider cheese wheels. Alright, gonna have to leave like a... I don't know. 3-star review. Stocked up on food, and then let's get a room.
Drink for the thirsty.
What?
Food.
I just clicked on rent a room.
Sure thing. It's yours. I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
This one?
And don't
Wow,
break
this...
nothing.
I'm trying, but these objects are just flying around. Okay, well, I'll have a meal in here.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
This inn is haunted by poltergeists, evidently. Alright, so to stop by the Shrine of Talos, and then I'll be on my way. But where to? That's the question.
I once killed 6 men single-handed. I'll rescue my brothers in arms from ambush by an Imperial patrol.
Only 6? Kelta kills like 6 men single-handed in every room of every dungeon he walks into. So, what quest to follow up on next? There are 2 things down here-ish. You know, Amulet for Delvin Mallory, and the Courier for Arniel's Endeavor. That could be interesting. If I do that, I can maybe wrap up things with Septimus Cygnus. I've also got this one. Need to harvest Falmer blood and Wood Elf blood. And that could just happen anywhere. Probably kill some Wood Elf bandits at some point. And Falmer should go into a Falmer cave, I guess, and I can advance that quest. So fair enough on that one. That would be advancing the Dark Brotherhood. I might as well work on that, I think, and then swing up to deal with these quests over in the west. So yeah, that'll be my plan. I'll head south to Riften, advance some quests in that area, then just kind of swing back to the northwest and onward. Alright, should be a long and epic journey. Let's get underway.
It's so good to see you again.
Wait, did I sleep until... Oops. Whatever. I guess it is convenient for a vampire anyway, until I can get my vampirism cured. Are those Khajiit over there? That looks like Khajiit over there.
the warm sand and elf.
I welcome you. Take a look.
Got any moon sugar? You do, okay. Does that mean I'm back to Idar cheese wheels being the limiting reagent? Yeah, it does, okay. Got any Idar cheese? No, of course not. Always looking for better boots. One of the few useful items you can buy for mages. But you don't have any. No big surprise there. I think I'm okay on potions. Okay. This... I would want to keep it in character. Out of character, it seems like it's useless junk. Likewise, I mean, this would be a strong weapon for a warrior, because being able to absorb stamina is always good. Since you can just endlessly power attack or shield bash that way. Precious irreplaceable relics of Azazel, I'm keeping those. Am I out of fine clothes? Thought I had a set of those. I'm just loaded up with artifacts, aren't I? Yep. I think I need to keep this one of those quests. Surely I have things I can sell to clear up some space at least, right? Somewhere here. There's gotta be. No, that's barely free of anything, but I'll do it. I never really use these. I know I should. But I have other summons I tend to do, or other spells I tend to cast. Worm sands are a long way away, but you never know. Maybe it'll happen one of these days. Well, since I'm out here, away from town, on with the mask. And I might as well cast things like Muffle to go undetected more frequently. It's a long way south to Riften. We'll see what happens on the way. Thank goodness for being a mage to be able to sprint, restore stamina, sprint, restore stamina. You can get around quite fast that way. A giant. You know, I haven't killed a giant in a while. There is one on the road here. It seems like it's a real danger to people, so Shelty might attack it for that. Oh, it's already severely injured for some reason. Why would that be? But a giant on the road is a threat that should probably not be ignored. Normally he leaves them alone. I wonder what injured it, though. Skyrim is a cool game that way. Just things happen while you're not present. Enemies fight each other. I love that. Like, Oblivion just teases that kind of thing, where you'd see factions in a few dungeons, but you'd almost never actually get to watch them fight each other, and it really was underused. But Skyrim has a lot of that, and I do love just how you can spectate some of these fights or cause them to break out yourself with things like fury spells and whatever. It's good stuff. Ah, there's other wolves. Okay. But how about I fury you so you fight your... Oh, there you are. Okay. Well, never mind the you fighting your buddy. I'll just set you on fire with that. I'm on the right road still, right? Yeah, just making my way through the volcanic region down to the south. Fair enough. A person is out there. I don't know who it is. So... Circlet. Oh, is that the random orc who just wants to die?
I am waiting for a good death.
Well, sure one will find you here sooner or later. Probably just being set on fire by a vampire is not what you had in mind. That wolf just, like, defied physics there. Is it the only one of its kind around here? Yeah, okay, apparently it is. I guess I could hit up that giant camp, see if there's any interesting loot in their box. Those are usually pretty easy to loot even while leaving the giants themselves alone. Giant scratching its back over there, I think. Where is their treasure? Oh, is that it? Oh, they killed a Khajiit here. We probably tried to steal from them, but... Kelty does like Khajiit, even if they are all thieves, so... Maybe he will fight this guy. Oh, that's too powerful for Fury, huh? I wonder if it's too powerful for like a double frenzy. I can hit some pretty high levels of this thing, you know? There we go. You gonna fight your giant buddy there? Yeah, okay. That'll be fun. Set them both on fire. I do really want to steal the mammoth soul. Mammoths have grand souls, which are quite rare. I wish I could see their both air point bars simultaneously. That would be convenient. Oh, am I not wearing Mordecai? That's why my mana's coming back so slowly. Nobody else is behind me, right? Alright, what kind of soul trap have I got? There we go. Just trying to run, but that's not going to work. Grand souls. Mammoths are a precious resource that way. Worth a lot, but I do have infinite money. Likewise, I probably don't need the mammoth tusk. Several quests do require this. I think I've done most of those by now, though, so probably unneeded. Those look like wolves, right? Maybe I'll just sling out a frenzy spell and see if I can hit them both. And then, of course, a fireball spell is mandatory when you have multiple enemies stacked up like that. Well, I've gotten off the beaten path here, so I'm just kind of wandering through the hot spring zone. That's a bear. What's it fighting? This is exciting. Let's find out what the bear is fighting. Oh, hello. What else is stacked up with you? More wolves? It's a lot of wolves, if so. Well, let me summon up a Flame Atronach. Cheap little summon. And then let's find out what else is over there. Okay, it is just more wolves. Big wolf pack. Now, are you a wolf too? You are something mysterious at a great distance. How did that saber cat even know I existed at that distance, let alone get aggroed to me? I remember back when these things were terrifying. They always are a major threat to a warrior character, which I will be talking about when I do that warrior run thing. They're more dangerous than bears are. Now seriously, what was that bear fighting while that stuff was happening? Oh, it's a cave bear, no ordinary bear. Now it's a running the wrong way bear. Will it burn to death? Or will it just barely live? Looks like it's in just barely lived category. So that's the you cleared a zone type sound effect there. Where? What's even going on with the bears? Weird. Okay, there it is. Oh, I almost called that one properly. Well, typical Skyrim stuff. Just an endless onslaught of animals and weird monsters and whatnot. Okay, I was wondering if I was so far off course that I was near near Mistwatch, but I'm not going to Mistwatch anyway, I'm going to Treva's Watch. That might be Mistwatch over there, but that's not where I'm trying to get to. So I should swing back to the east and see if I can get back onto the road that way and make my way up to Riften by the scenic route. There are usually some skeletons that'll pop up over here, which are of course no threat to anybody. They wouldn't register to detect life, obviously. That looks like a goat. That's a giant. I'll leave this one alone. He's just doing nothing over there. Hasn't, killed nobody, isn't walking on the road where he would kill people. Looking sadly at his mammoth. Ah, that is a wolf. 2 wolves. They should now be fighting each other, I think. Or not. Okay. Very well. Now they're fighting each other. What are you doing, wolf? Obey the laws of physics. Making swimming sounds for me. This game it's very buggy sometimes. Is that a saber cat over there? It's bouncing up and down. I think it's also disobeying the laws of physics. Ah, it's a bear. Okay. Gonna just unload fireballs on it. These things do have a lot of hit points. An Ignite doesn't do burst damage, it does over time damage, but it should bleed to death, or burn to death now. Yeah, there we go. Well, I got some good destruction XP this time, I think. Just endless fighting along the road here. And it barely gave me anything. Okay, typical. Destruction rises so slowly. But I'll get to 75 soon enough, I guess. This is by far the highest I've ever had a mage get, because usually I just have won the game by this point. And we'll move on to another character. So I'm in uncharted waters for me here. Might even be able to get the cost reducer for expert spells soon. That would be kind of neat. Another bear. Alright, you know what? Let me conjure myself up a Wrathman, so I don't need to worry about the bear as much. Well, I stack up ignites onto it. That's that. Oh man, a Frostbite spider. Oh, it dodged. Clever spider. This is one of the ones that is like small but disproportionately sturdy, it appears. Oh, there's a person over there. Is that like a random dark elf trying to tell them to go to the Shrine of Azura? Or someone else wearing a creepy robe? Well, I'll take off my mask at the safe distance and put that on. So. I was right. Okay.
The Shrine of Azura, the goddess of twilight, if you'll excuse me.
Filthy dark elf demon worship. Another hostile animal. I don't remember them being like this dense. I mean, they're always dense in the sense of being unintelligent, but this densely packed is something I don't remember much of. I guess I can put Morokai back on. A wolf. Okay. Well, I fought that one fairly poorly, but one ignite is enough, I guess. Oh, man. Oh, that's just an elk. Okay, fine. And another bear. I thought I saw two things there. Am I wrong with that? I guess having reached level 30, Skyrim is now just 95% bears. Safer than saber cats. You know, saber cats are so fast, and you know, a bear's power attack is very slow, very cumbersome, and hits a very small area. A saber cat's power attack lunges forward, hits a big hitbox. So bears are a lot safer for a warrior character to deal with than saber cats are, generally speaking. Coming up on Shore's Stone here, I think. One of those towns that has like one shopkeeper and nothing else. Maybe he'll have some enchanted boots. You never know. One of these days I'll get myself some better frost boots or something. That'll be timely because I want to stop being a vampire soon. Alright, off with the mask. A lot of people. Some of them are running fast. Why is... Oh, Deathhounds! And a vampire. Okay, well, maybe I'd better get out my Turn Undead spell. Oh, he's too powerful for that, huh? Now you're supposed to drink it. What a noob vampire.
I've suffered worse than trade.
Deathhound on the loose is a real problem. Well, that's dealt with. I shouldn't even bother looting that, but I just have a compulsion to loot everything that I can loot. Just chewing on the goats over there. Well, that takes care of that.
We
I agree. This is brazen and stupid. Healthy is about rid of the chain sides in this whole vampire thing. No way to do that mechanically anymore, but I'll find a way to do so narratively. What are those, wolves again? Enough wolves. And a fort of bandits along the road here, I think, right? Or has this been replaced with a fort of Imperials? I do see the Imperial flag there, although that one looks like a hostile, so I'm not sure. I'm gonna see what happens if I walk in. Just see. Okay. Very well. After all, I'm not in their army yet, so they can reasonably object to me entering their fortress. Even though I am tacitly on their side. Why was one of them in there blue, though? Is that like maybe the quartermaster counts as an ally or something because he's a shopkeeper? I have no idea. Almost at Riften.
Take my advice. Don't listen to that.
And now the Imperial soldiers are saying it. I haven't got that quest before? Shocking. Well, that was a difficult and fraught journey, but I've made it to Riften. I'm looking forward to continuing next time. Thank you for watching, everyone. And a special thank you to my Patreon supporters. Illusory Thunder, MasterNet DH, Jackie, Advanced Warrior, Gregory, William Wakefield, Kenny Boggs, Danny Hall, Jeffrey Moore, Supreme Crimson Leader, and Enlino. Have a great day, everyone.